So part of this is actually about having a look at the personality, and I've talked to lots of people about, when you recruit into an organisation, we have to have a good spread of personality types. When you understand what your personality types are, it's easier to create some buy-in because you can appeal to the different elements of what that person's personality is going to need. I often talk about the fact that if we're having problems between a senior person who's got a big picture kind of idea and you've got a staff member who's very detail oriented, what'll happen is you end up with resistance at both ends, because this person's got this big picture stuff and they're saying, we've had this conversation 100 times, and this person down here is going, I still don't know, you talking big pie in the sky stuff and I don't understand how that relates to the work that I'm doing here. So we have to make that link. One of the best analogies I talk about, I want you to imagine that you've got those two people and we've got a needle in a haystack. Now, the person who's got the big picture strategic mindset goes, oh, George, can you help me find the needle in the haystack? That'd be great. I'll catch you later. And George is sitting there kind of going, hang on, before you go, can you tell me where it is? And the leader's going, I don't know, it's in there somewhere, I just need you to find it. Well, can you give me some directors' pointers? What do I need? No, I don't know, it's in there somewhere, could you just try and find it for me? And the leader will go away and George will sit there and kind of go, that's not it. No, that's not it either. That's not it. And the leader comes back 2 hours later and kind of goes, hey George, how you going with that needle? And he's going, well, it's not in this little pile here. And the leader's going, what happened? Why is it taking you so long? Well, can you give me some directions about where the needle is? And the leader's going, if I knew where it was, I wouldn't need you to find it, right? And we've got two very different styles. Now, what does George need? George needs some ideas because he can't think about any other way to find the needle in the haystack except to sit there and count them one by one. And actually, the more that the leader resists giving him some direction, the more he's just going to sit there and keep going one at a time, right? So what he's looking for is the leader to give him an idea about why the needle's there, what he needs to find it for, why it's really important that he finds the needle in the haystack, and make some suggestions like, look, George, maybe the needle's in there. We really need it for tomorrow's board meeting. I have to present that needle to the board, so it's really important that we find it. Try a hairdryer and just blow away some hay a bit, and I'm thinking that the needle's going to be weighted at the bottom somewhere. George then goes, oh, I know why I've got to find the needle. I know that it's got a time pressure urgency on it. I've got some ideas now about what else I can do to try and locate said needle in the haystack. I can at least try that. When the leader comes back a couple of hours later, George has made much more progress, right? Because he needed the direction, but he also needed to be able to make the link with why his time on this particular task, when he was feeling a bit confused about why he needed to do it, was going to be much more productively managed if he was linked to the strategic outcome that he needed to help with. That's why that needle was needed, right? So the ability to be able to make that connection is where you as a leader really need to work on communication and helping those people who you find resistant or slow or detail oriented. It's trying to kind of give them assistance in a different way. When you do that and you make those allowances and you understand the different personality types and you make that communication connection, that's actually how you'll create buy-in.